What's going on, everybody? Mario Parecka here, and I'm joined today by Glenn Lundy. He's just a cool dude, man. We just did 2 podcast episodes. He's got his wife and his 7 kids running around, and it was just a lot of fun to talk about purpose and passion. And, he's in the automotive space, and he has a Facebook Live show, Rise and Grind. You should go check that out. It's blowing up, and great morning routine involved in there and all kinds of cool stuff. So, Glenn, what's up, man?
Oh, bro, man, just loving life, man. Hanging out, working from home. Normally, I'd be in my full studio with 3 cameras and my Shure mic and my blue boom, like you've got right there. That's where I'd normally be. But here we are working from the kitchen table and kids kind of running all around, man. You know how it is. So
This
it's a different world. It's good. I'm not complaining at all. It's good. It's
I was
just
gonna
different.
say this is cool every once in a while, though, right? To kind of
Yeah.
shed all that other stuff and just like show up and see what happens.
I agree 1,000,000%, man. The other night my wife was like, these kids, we gotta like get them out of the house. What are we gonna do? And so I went to my 10-year-old and I said, go down in the basement and grab like a table and some chairs. Cause we have 10 acres and we've got a big pond that takes up 2 of the acres. And I said, just go set up everything down there. I'm going to order in some food, order some Grubhub. And they went and the kids and they set up everything, dude. And we had dinner sitting down there by the pond at a table with the wind blowing and the birds chirping. And man, it was special. Something that we, never done in a decade, bro, and probably never would have if this hadn't happened. But it's created some really special moments here in our house, us being together like this for sure.
That's and looking for those opportunities to do things like that, right? It's so powerful and special because there's you can either sit at home right now and think about all the things that you could be doing or would be doing if this if it hasn't wasn't happening, or you can sit at home and go, what can I do because this is happening?
That's right. Totally, man. So
Yeah.
what is happening, Mario?
What is happening? Just, I'll tell you what, man, I've been busier since this lockdown than I have been before the lockdown. And it's crazy. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm super grateful and I'm really
Sure.
happy about it. But it's just funny because, guys like you and I, we're digital, right? Entrepreneurs. We can work from home. We can work from a lot of different places. So day-to-day operations for me didn't really change. But what I have noticed is when I would reach out to connect with people, like to be on the podcast or have conversations, I'll send my schedule link and let them schedule. And typically they would schedule for the following week or the week after. Now I
Sure.
send my link and they're scheduling for the next day. They're like, well, I got time. Let's hop on. So it's like I send stuff out and I'm like, great, this is
Amazing.
awesome. But man, my calendar's getting full.
That's awesome,
So
man. That's
yeah.
awesome. Well, so on a higher level, what's really happening? You're hearing all the theories, you're hearing all the talk, everybody's got an opinion, so on and so
Mhm.
forth. And so I'm just curious, what's really going on with the
So
coronavirus, bro?
yeah. Well, I have a unique perspective because not only do I get to talk to people from all over the world and see what's happening on a regular basis, but my father is a doctor and my girlfriend's a doctor. So I
Nice.
have like 2 medical professionals that I can like get information from and just see what's happening. And from talking to everyone and getting the inside scoop, I can tell you unequivocally, it's all speculation. Nobody, nobody really knows anything. And
That's
that's the
right.
truth. And that's what makes it like, so I'm sitting here like, okay, I'm just going to be in the moment because like nobody knows. It might go away tomorrow. It might go away 3 months from now. It's
Yeah.
just, that's what it is. And so it's like, instead of sitting in the misery, what can I do right now where I am? And how can I keep my family safe and myself safe? And at the same time, give back and
Yeah.
just keep things going. So that's my 2 cents and my take from everyone I talked to. What have you been hearing?
Buddy, I think you're spot on in a lot of respects. Man, there's so many unknowns, even by the people that are supposed to know stuff. They don't even know
No.
really, really what's going on. I mean, it's just unprecedented. It's something new that's never happened before, and people are trying to lead. People are trying to make decisions, and really, when there's so much confusion, right? There's confusion on what's real, what's not real. There's confusion on what we should do or what we shouldn't do. There's confusion on where it came from, where it's going, how it's going to go away. There's so much confusion, and there's also this overload of information, right? I did some research the other day, and when the why did I lose the name of it? The last big flu, SARS, right?
SARS. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when SARS was a thing, SARS was searched on Google. It was searched on Google like right at 1.2. There were 1.2 million different posts about SARS that existed on the
Gotcha.
internet.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, there's a billion on coronavirus. A billion. So you have all this information, you have all of this confusion, and what that ultimately leads to is people are in decision paralysis, man. People are like, it's the same reason McDonald's went back and reduced their menu, because there was too many things on there, and people were like, I just can't even make a decision. It's stressful. And so people are they're kind of just shutting down and not able to make any decisions. And that's why guys like you and myself, we get this opportunity as leaders. People are begging. They're like, hey, make some decisions for us, guide us, help us, right? Because it's too much a brain overload for a lot of people. So I think that's really, what's going on is just a lot of decision paralysis because there's too much information and it's all so confusing.
Well, here's what I know, and that's such a great point, what you just said, and I agree. I think there's a lot of information, but we don't know what information we can and can't, should or shouldn't believe. But I know that
Right.
there's really, for guys like us, for everyone, not just guys like us, everyone, there's only two decisions right now. You can either expand or you can contract. And that's what it comes down to. Are you going to expand and look for the opportunity and say, what is God blessing me with that I can utilize today? How can I step into my purpose today, regardless of everything else? Or are you going to contract and say everything is so bad, people are doing all this crazy stuff, and I can't go to work and I can't do this, so I'm just going to kind of hide and wait until it's over? And I'm not
Yeah.
saying that one way's right and one way's wrong, but at the end of the day, you either expand or you contract. And if you
Yeah.
expand now, I really believe if you step into it, if you lean into what's happening, you expand and you do what you can do, when this ends, and it will end because this too
Sure.
shall pass. That's probably my number one pet peeve that I've been hearing people say over and over again. It's like, this too shall pass. And it's like, yeah, we get it. Do you have to say it again? But it's going to be over. And when it does, if you're already expanding, then you can just be more expansive when it's over. Whereas if you're contracting, then when it's over, you can kind of come, it's like you're hibernating. You got to like wake yourself up, and then you got to like ease back into it, and you're going to miss out on a huge window there that you could, really, because there's going to be a lot of momentum that happens after this ends, I believe.
Oh yeah. No doubt, man. The way I've been putting it is like you can either survive or you can thrive.
Yep.
Right? Are you going to survive or you're going to thrive? Or another way to look at it is you can go through it or you can grow through it.
Yep.
Those are your options. So yeah, I'm in full agreement with you, and it's really just comes down to a choice and a decision. Which do you want to survive this or do you want to thrive? Like that's up to you, and it's different for everybody. Some people are like, I just want to survive this, man. I just want to survive, and that's cool. If that's your dig and that's your jam, I'm totally down with that. So
yeah, man.
it's
Real quick.
interesting stuff, though, man.
Oh, it is. It's super, because look, this has not happened in our lifetimes up to this point, and it probably, something like this, God willing, won't happen again. So
Yeah,
it's
man.
like, this is a once in a lifetime situation, and we're all going to learn a lot from it, and it's going to change the way the world works moving forward. This can be in all the history books, when
Oh
you're
yeah.
a kid in school going through history. Before we go, though, I want to ask you something else. I want to put you on the spot, if that's okay. And I'm going to
Oh,
ask you to dig deep, to pull it out and give us, just even if it's 2 minutes, give us a little rise and grind moment.
oh my goodness.
You do this every day, right?
I do, but that was like 12 hours ago. There's a lot of prep work that goes into that.
This is off the cuff. We won't judge you, but it'll get us just excited enough that we'll have to be on the call tomorrow.
So there's two key components to rise and grind that every single day. I love the intro and the order of the intro, right? Like, my name is Glenn Lundy. I'm a husband to one, a father to seven, right? And the host of the wildly popular Facebook Live show, hashtag Rise and Grind. It is 5:30 a.m. You know, I love that whole deal, but there's something I say at the end of every single show, and there's a lot of purpose behind it. I believe in if we can entertain people and develop relationships with people, then over time we can hopefully soften hardened hearts so that God can get in there and do some work and make them realize how incredibly special they are. So at the end of every episode of hashtag Rise and Grind, I always end it the same way, which is, you know, you, Mario, are a child of God, the God of the universe, the God that made everything, made you to be the absolute best version of yourself that you can possibly be. And I need you to understand the decisions that you're making, the decisions that you're making today, the decision to podcast, the decision to have guests on, the decision to put your time, energy, and efforts into your studios, into your sound, all of these seemingly like trivial decisions, they matter, buddy. They're making an impact on your friends, on your family members, on your coworkers, and spending time with you today, you've made an impact on me. And I, for one, absolutely love you, brother. If nobody's told you that yet today, I want to be the first. I absolutely stinking love you.
Man, you're good at this. You should do this regularly, right? Man, that was awesome. I love how you like the energy just shifted in you. You just like get into it, and it's, man.
Thanks,
Oh, my
man.
friend. That's why I'm so blessed to know you. I love you too. Thank you for everything. Thank you for being here, for recording the podcast. I can't wait till those release. People are going to get so much value from those, for spending the time here today. I know how busy you are, and you know, your beautiful family, you're all wrapped up in that, as you should be. So thank them for me, for letting me borrow you for this time. And man, just take care of everything, and let's do this again real soon.
Sounds good, my man. Thank you so much. God bless, bro.